A very good morning to you and welcome to Life and Style. And since it's Wednesday, it's Matters Relationship. As usual, we begin the Mondays on Life and Style with wellness, then we get to Tuesday with Artistic Tuesday. Thursdays are the days that we have Inspiration Thursday and then Feel Good Friday. But today is that day we talk matters of the heart. And I know this touches on each and every one of us wherever we are. I'm Pastor Chris Otemo, your host. Remember, you need to follow us on our social media platforms at KTN Life_Style. That is both for Twitter and Instagram. KTN Life and Style. Facebook 22840 is our text message number. The drill is we begin with the men on Monday, and then we get the ladies joining us on retake, and the ladies are already here. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
And then we get Crystal Okusa coming in with Style My Wife, Style My Hubby, and we finish up with Ask Pastor Chris, where I go to the colleges, the institutions, and talk to them, answering the questions that they do have, matters pertaining relationship. Today, our topic is a bit different. You know, we're going to talk boundaries, but we're talking boundaries for people who are in the public eye, people whose life is out over there. So what are they supposed to do? How do they protect their relationship? How do they keep their relationship to be safe and still private? And how do they balance between those? So on Monday right now, I've got two gentlemen with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves, beginning with Chris. Right.
My name is Christopher Kirwa.
Right.
From Kate Chris Limited. Yeah.
Who is Kate Chris Limited?
Kate Chris Limited is an events management company.
All right.
So basically me and my wife run the company. We manage events, we do activations, we do social media marketing.
Okay.
So basically that's what we do. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
And then we have this gentleman. He's hosted me several times. And I told him that I need to remember whether he's been nice to me so that I become nice to him. But we've got Ndiema.
Right.
Yeah.
My name is Antony Ndiema. People know me from Tukuza.
Yes.
Which is a show on KTN every Sunday
Right.
from 9 a.m. to 1,
Right.
together with DJ Sadiq.
Yeah.
But I also do other things.
Yeah.
We also run an organization called Inspired Age.
Okay.
We do media, communications.
All right.
Majorly, we do story. We tell stories
Okay.
through the audiovisual channel, or rather tool.
The we here is you and...
It's me and a colleague of mine called
Okay.
Jackie.
I thought it was your wife.
My wife as well. She's part of it.
All right. So, gentlemen, you're people who are out there in the public, and relationships are supposed to be personal
Yes.
and private. How do you go about that? You know, or rather, first of all, let me ask: how does it feel to be out there? Like you can't go into the mall, you can't just have your normal life. How does that feel?
I think from the time we started dating with Kate, we made a conscious decision that we were going to lead a public life.
Okay.
Because of our nature of work, which is events industry.
All right.
You cannot afford to be behind the scenes.
Okay.
Most of the time you will find yourself in front of the scenes. So once you've made that conscious decision, then you say, what is there that we will allow the public to see? And what is it that, no matter what happened, can never be seen?
All right.
So quickly, anything good, anything, because we are big on celebrating life.
Okay.
We like celebrating people. We like celebrating events. We like celebrating our country. We love touring. So we celebrate good things in life.
All right.
But in any relationship, there will definitely be a moment of conflict.
Right.
Now that you're not going to see. That you're not going to see.
Yeah.
We will never address it through any public domain.
Okay.
Even here, I know you'll ask us a lot of questions, but we will not go and say exactly we might talk about how we resolved it, but we might not necessarily go into details of how. And I think that's the best way, because at moments of anger, you can post something, you can say something, you can call a friend, you can call a family member. Then 2 days later, you're looking at yourself and wondering, did I really need to do this?
Yes.
Because now you've calmed down. you're okay, and you're looking at your spouse and thinking, I shouldn't have done that.
Sometimes it's like you're putting them on the spot because
Yes.
you get, like on social media,
Yes.
there's a huge following.
Yes.
And the people who are just waiting for
An opportunity.
just anything so that they can, then they'll go. Sometimes they go and check
Yes.
on the other side.
On the other side to see what the other side is saying. In fact, they will tag them and say, have you seen what Chris has said on this? So we made that conscious decision, don't. And we advise a lot of people don't.
All right.
Celebrate life.
Yeah.
Conflicts will come, resolve them. Well, men, we always enter our caves. The eaves on the other side, we'll discuss it very fast. So balance those two. Go into your cave. When you come back, come celebrating.
Okay.
But don't spark.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Anthony, how
Right.
do you also do the public, like, did you accept that you're a public figure, so you're going to relate publicly, or you prefer to do a private relationship?
It's, I mean, people are amazing. And when you have a following, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And if you know what to do with that following, it's a better thing.
Right.
Because you can maximize on that, and then it has better impact even on what you do. And for us, like what Chris said, we, right from the word go, when I was dating my wife, then my girlfriend, I mean, she knew I was a radio personality, and she said, I will respect you being in the public.
Okay.
I will respect that because I found you already being in that situation. So whenever we are out there, she knows this guy is, this is just an overflow of what this person does in studio, you know. But we made it very clear that our private lives will remain private. Our public lives will be public, but it has to be to have a very specific agenda, and it has to be an agenda that builds
All right.
and doesn't destroy.
Okay. How do you deal with the pressure that puts on your spouse? Like you are the celebrity, so you go out into social events, you go out into the public, and everybody will connect with you. They feel they know you, because you speak to them like every week. So they actually feel like they personally know you, and you should personally know them. Right. Then your wife doesn't. So she's there because of you.
Right.
Now she has to nearly be another Antony Ndiema so that she doesn't mess up the package. How do you deal with that pressure? Or it's not pressure to you then?
There's a bit of pressure that comes with that. Huh? Yeah. And my wife has really tried to manage it.
Okay.
There are times she releases me and says, you know what? You say hi to the guys, you have fun, then you will find me here. Most of the time, I want to tag her along, yeah? So let's go say hi to Pastor Chris, you know, so that this is my wife, you know, pleasure meeting you, and tag her along. I love to do that. On the other hand, she loves to say, you know, just go ahead. But I'm looking forward to this day, Pastor Chris, when people will be meeting my wife and telling her, or rather people will be meeting me and telling me, oh, you're the husband to that lady, yeah? Yes. I'm really looking forward so that I can also feel what she feels at times.
Because it's not easy, right?
It's not easy. It is not easy.
Chris, how do you go about that?
My wife, initially, I'm the opposite. I'm a sanguine, she's behind the scenes type of a person.
All right.
But then slowly we realized we are a package.
Okay.
And there's no way she's going to remain behind the scenes for a very long time. So the same way he's saying, we will go somewhere and she will stop. So you're saying hi to guys, like even when I came here, I was really saying hi to everybody, the technical guys, because we're in events, so I'm happy to see them. She will be more reserved. But slowly she started, so I will hold her hand and we will go and we will insist, twende, acha tusalamia jamaa. And then slowly she's accepting it, and I like what he said. Right now, I'm beginning to see a situation where we might meet some people who are greeting her. Then she has to introduce me, and I'm smiling, saying, finally! Because every time you go to a place and then again, the only person who is known in the relationship is you, then it brings in a bit of a situation you don't know how to handle. But it's again, I have to respect the fact that there is a time maybe she wants just to be in her zone without necessarily interacting. So I'll say hi to them very quickly, and whoever, then I come back.
So how does one balance? Does it mean that then you've got to be very deliberate about your personal dates? Because sometimes as a public person, you actually think you're dating your wife. You may think we went out.
Yes.
But really, you didn't go out, you know.
Then when you reach home, you're asked, you know, we don't spend time.
Yeah.
We've been together the whole day.
We've been together like, and everywhere we've gone. Yeah.
That's true. There's a book we are reading currently called 5 Languages.
Yeah, the 5
love languages.
Right.
And one of the languages is quality time.
Yeah.
Apparently, that is my number one.
Okay.
For her, it's acts of
service.
No. What is it called? Affirmation, right.
Right.
So I've gotten to the point where I've realized when you're in the public and when you're busy, sometimes you think you have spent a lot of time together, but you've actually spent no time together.
Yeah.
So like you said, Pastor Chris, it is deliberate.
It has to be deliberate.
Even if it's 10 minutes and it's deliberate, it means a lot. For us, what works for us, and we are getting to discover more, the times I will pick her from work, just drive home. Sometimes you wish there's more traffic. You spend time speaking, you know, and then when we get home, if the kids are asleep, there's a position in the kitchen where she pulls a seat, I pull a seat, and we sit next to each other and eat for about 20 minutes. That makes a whole difference. So it has to be deliberate that you have to, you know, spare time.
Yeah.
And spare, you know, just create situations where you can have quality, even if it's very short.
You know, I needed to ask Chris, since you're completely together in your company, so how do you separate work from the relationship?
I think when you, just like marriage, you know, you enter marriage and you're given a certificate. I've always thought you should be given an L sign because you are a learner in it.
Right.
Then now you learn. Maybe after 1 year, you go back to the Pasi who joined you together, and now he signs another place to say now you're qualified.
Certified.
So the same thing when we started the company, we had to really do a lot of adjustments because we'll spend time in this event, spend time in the office, and then when I reach home, probably I just want to watch TV. Then she's thinking we haven't spent time. Then I'm thinking, but to my co-office, we've been in the car, then we did this event. So slowly you start realizing you need to balance. So at times we are big on travel. So if time allows or we don't have events, we'll just do a small holiday, either within the country.
Okay.
And that one is, now it's us. But at least once in a year we try and we celebrate our anniversary in a big way. Okay. Valentine we'll rather spend in a kid's home that we support, or maybe in maybe 25th. Some of these holidays that you must go somewhere. Right. But on our anniversary we decide and we go and we spoil ourselves. I know it's once in a year, but it's the only way probably we manage. Okay. But like I said, we are still learning. I was taking tips. The chair, Nini, it's 20 minutes. So I'm thinking of buying some high stools, Nini.
So how do you deal with how does one deal with cyberbullying? You know, there's one time I had traveled to just Mombasa, just preaching Mombasa. It was last year. Yes. And there's this picture of my wife that then I put up on Facebook. And just, we were chatting with her on WhatsApp. Then I say to her, I've put up something on Facebook, go and check. And I'd written over there, can somebody tell this girl to come and join me in Mombasa? Wow. Now, some people thought we were having issues. And you cannot believe the kind of inbox messages
that came through.
That came. And said, why are you doing that to her? You don't deserve such kind of woman, whatever.
I don't know if I should say I'm glad I haven't been able to encounter. I pray that I will not get to a position like that.
Yeah.
It's very tricky when it comes to family, especially on social media.
And even just people attacking one of you or something. How does...
I think, again, it goes back to I'm happy with the word deliberate. We deliberately decided we'll celebrate life. So we celebrate people randomly without being requested. We will ask. I'll ask them, Niaje, today I want to celebrate. We have a column we call Warmest Cup. And it was coined by Standard. One day we saw ourselves in the newspaper and we are called the warmest couple. They're always together. So we said, if these guys think this warmth is there, it's contagious, can we spread it? So we started celebrating, guys. So again, we're also lucky we've never experienced any bully, any digital, is it social media bullying. But if somebody attacks us, we never respond. The best thing we'll do is block you.
Okay.
We will never respond. And we get it. Even now, I'll go to my phone, I'll find maybe somebody has, based on what I posted, they want to say anything negative. We don't respond. We just block you and move on.
All right.
Yeah, so you have to be deliberate. There is no way you will throw a punch and expect silence.
I like that.
Yeah. It will come where you will see so many punches. So we deliberately decide, let's celebrate life. And if somebody decides to hit us, we keep quiet. We don't engage you. Yeah.
What about the people now, the attention seekers? These are not your day-to-day friends or whatever, but because I see your face on TV on Tukuza, I think there's a part of you that I own, so that if I meet you in the mall, you can't ignore me, and I want to talk to you for 40 minutes, and so your wife can wait, or your children can wait. How does one manage that?
Wow. I have encountered that a few times.
Chris is looking at you instead of giving me
Chris looks like he has a deep story around that. I have encountered a few times. Someone runs and hugs you, and they want to talk, and probably your wife is there. She's just looking and thinking, "Excuse me, and who are you?" What I believe is that the lives we live, people look at it very keenly, and over time, there's a consistency that you get to build, and that consistency is very key. After a while, even someone who's a proper attention seeker, when they come, there is something they encounter.
They respect.
And they respect that. Okay. And your demeanor is everything, especially when now you... I know that and there's wisdom that comes with that. There are people who will want to clearly... I have friends who will tell, so who are you? Get out of here, you know? But there's a wisdom that you can use, and your demeanor, you're firm, but you're passing the point across.
Without being rude.
Without being rude. I don't want to lose you.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I need you as a fan.
Because I need you as a fan. But at the same time, we need to respect. We are not friends. We need to respect our boundaries.
I think there's usually the mixture of that, you know, the fans.
Yeah.
So the assumption that, so we are friends.
Right.
You know, so what happens? Go ahead.
For me, again, I go back to my L sign. And it was a learning process. Kate knew, but I didn't know. So we'll meet someone and they'll come and hug you. And now there's that awkward moment. So then they totally ignore her, and then they're talking to me.
Yeah.
And then when you go home, Kate will be very upset.
Yeah.
And then initially I didn't understand. Then slowly, when you come to understand that some people, not all, are doing this deliberately. Either to make a point or to just showcase that I can actually hug your hubby and there's nothing you'll do. Then slowly through...
I'm going to ask the ladies how that feels.
It took time for me to understand. And then when I understood, then I said, okay, how do I handle this? Then now, if you come, I'll stop you. And I say, meet Kate.
But Chris, there's this other point. I'm just going to throw it at both of you.
Yes.
Like, there are these people. Sometimes I think that people look at you through their own eyes,
Yes, yeah.
how they feel about themselves.
Yes.
So sometimes you front your wife a bit, and they're like, so who does he think?
He is.
Yeah, he thinks we are coming after him. That's why
Right.
he's fronting your wife. You leave your wife aside, and it's like, so why doesn't he walk with the wife?
Yes.
How do you manage the expectations of the public?
Hey.
I think once you clearly know who you are
Right,
and what your relationship is like
Okay.
and what your agenda is,
right.
you can't be good to everyone, eh?
That's
Not
right.
all the time.
That's
I mean, there are
right.
people out here who are malicious, clearly.
Right.
And once they're given an opportunity, they want to destroy. Like Chris said, I mean, you come punching me, I will not sit back because I do a gospel show and wait for you to do, everything.
God.
And then at the end of it all, I lose my family, and my relationship. It doesn't work like that. So, I mean, sometimes it's very good to sieve and know.
Okay.
This one has malice, and I'm not going to entertain this.
All right.
And you stop it. Let them say what they want to say. Some of them will say, Uchali anajisikia. And he thinks some of us will never get married. He thinks he's the only guy who has a proper marriage, You think what you want to think, but there's an interest here. And everyone has an agenda, Pastor Chris. Everyone has an agenda. There are people who have an agenda of destroying. You have an agenda of building. So you push your agenda. I will not allow you to come and, put your agenda and destroy what I already have.
Okay.
Deliberate.
And talking about the time, talking about the quality time. So your work times, I will make the assumption, both of you, your work times are irregular.
Very.
It's true. They're very regular.
Yeah.
So how do you get to manage that time so that you still have time, first of all, for you as an individual, then for your wife, your family, even just at home, whether it's emails or phones, whatever it is, how do you go about managing that so that you're not overwhelmed by the things that you do?
In this case, I like to credit my wife, Kate, because slowly she's found a perfect balance.
Okay.
So we'll be at the office. I could leave early and go to the office, and being the woman of the house, maybe there are things she needs to do. They look ahead. In terms of home, they look ahead. They can even look ahead 6 months. Me, I'm looking at now. So I'll leave for the office, and then maybe she'll arrive at 10. Then we'll work. But at exactly 3:30, 4, she will leave. And I didn't understand. Then I realized, when I reach home, I become the husband. A spoiled one.
With certain expectations.
Yeah. I expect food. What time will she have prepared it if we had left the office? Because I leave the office sometimes maybe even 8 or 9. Yeah, we try and avoid traffic. And our events, again, are irregular. So that she's managed to fit in very well. But when we are managing an event, it can go 17 hours, 3 days of 17 hours. So obviously we'll eat out junk. We'll eat with our teams. We love working with our team. So we'll sit somewhere on the floor with our crew and eat.
Okay.
But probably come Sunday, we will go to church. After church, that's when now we'll spend
Then you
time
have time.
together. Yeah, in the afternoon, that's if we don't have an event.
Then you use the afternoon. So very, very briefly, your wrapping thoughts. We're still going to continue this conversation when we join the ladies over there. But your wrapping thoughts in 10 seconds each.
All right. There's something we do every anniversary date, and that has really been good for us. We do an AGM.
Okay.
AGM, yes, annual general meeting. And we usually go to the very same place we went to when we wedded.
Okay.
Same place.
That's interesting.
And so we do strategy for the entire year.
All right.
And we break it down into very specific pillars, yeah? And so during the year, we keep reviewing, yeah? And some of those meetings are we don't meet we actually set out a retreat.
Okay.
So we're going to meet somewhere, review this pillar, how far have we gotten? Then same way you'll do a business, meeting. And I realize that as much as it's a marriage, you might want to take it casually.
It's also partnership.
It's also a partnership.
All right.
So that has been quite great help as we keep learning.
Okay, Chris, 10 seconds.
We realized our business, our circle of influence, the people we interact with, that cannot be more important than our relationship.
All right.
So it has to add value to the relationship,
Okay.
and not the other way around.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. We take a break, and then I'm going to ask. The good thing is that the ladies on set are the spouses to this gentleman over here. So you can be sure that Retake is going to go to the next level. We're taking a short break right now. Then we get back with Retake with the ladies joining us. We're talking matters boundaries, people who are in the public life.
I know the best of him and I know the worst.
All right.
So I can choose to walk around thinking of the worst, or I can choose to walk around thinking of the best.
When you portray the negative side of your spouse, you are exposing yourself.